So good morning. It is day 2 of a week living in the life of someone who suffers from anxiety. I'm not gonna lie, I feel like crap today. I feel like utter crap today. So I'm gonna start on that note. It's 25 past 11. I didn't record anything first thing this morning. I just wasn't in the right frame of mind, and I know I should have done that because I want to keep it as real as possible, but I just generally couldn't even talk to the camera this morning. So if for any of you guys that are watching that also suffer with anxiety, a lot of people suffer with overthinking. People that suffer with anxiety suffer a mental health issues as such, and it is an illness, you know. And the biggest problem is that people poo-poo it and kind of go, oh, it's not an illness. Mental health is an illness. Unfortunately, there are people that maybe use it to a disadvantage and blame everything on mental health. Oh, it's mental health, it's mental health. You know, but people who really suffer really understand it. And one of the side effects for me personally of suffering with mental health issues is overthinking. I overthink and overanalyze absolutely everything. So, as an example, I might have gone into a supermarket, let's just say, and the person at the counter, I deemed them to maybe be a bit rude to me or something, or they looked at me in a certain way, I don't know. So I've left that supermarket and then I'll be going, why would they like that to me? I wonder if they like that to everybody. Did I say something wrong? Did I do something wrong? Don't they like the way I look? Am I a rude person? Was I rude? And then suddenly what happens is, you spend a day or two sometimes just really analysing that one issue, and actually it wasn't really an issue. It's a bit like I said yesterday, start with these small problems, and what happens, we manifest them in our heads and they become a huge issue, right? So there are some days when I wake up, and you might do this as well, and I feel anxious, I feel nervous, I don't really know why, and I do try and take 5-10 minutes out just to think, okay, did someone say something that was, you know, I look back at my texts and I go, okay, did someone upset me subconsciously, unknowingly, sorry, and my subconscious is playing games on me now, and I look back and I go, no, I don't know. And some days you've just got to accept that you are feeling anxious. There might not be any rhyme or reason. For me personally, the last month, 3 weeks to a month, have been full of unnecessary and unneeded manufactured drama. That really just was completely unnecessary. So for me, I'm sort of still in that feeling that the end of it. I'm still reeling from it, if that makes sense, and it hasn't quite gone away yet, and that will probably stay with me for another few weeks now, unfortunately. So sometimes there are reasons for you to feel that way. What can we do as anxiety sufferers? Get out. I'm going to get out in a minute. I'm going to go for a walk. I'm going to go and meet somebody in town. Have a coffee. Get out and get some air, like I said yesterday. Don't sit. This is definitely a moment right now where I could do the duvet over my head scenario. I'm not going to do that, but I could. I'm choosing not to do that. The way my anxiety shows itself, and it's different for everyone, I'm sure, but I remember doing one of my talks a couple of years ago, and I referred to internal tremors, and someone sort of went, do you get that? They would really kind of, their ears pricked up, and I went, yeah. So I'm not sure if you can see it on camera, but yeah, it's not too bad. I shake, but I internally shake. So, you know, like if you're running and your voice is doing that, like when you're running, that's how I feel inside. It's like, yeah, it's like I'm sitting on the washing machine. It's like, I get that internally, but also sometimes it shows itself externally. So this finger does its own thing. I don't know if you can see it. Can you see that on camera? It twitches. Yeah, not too bad this one, but I shake, and sometimes people think I've got the DTs. I think some people think I've had a skinful the night before when I haven't. It's just that's how my anxiety shows itself. I'm nervous, I'm very agitated and nervous, and also my anxiety when I'm feeling quite low like I am today, I get quite emotional about things. Something very simple can make me feel quite teary, and I don't mind, you know, admitting that. You know, here's the thing about it, Paddy the Baddy, what a legend, right? He's the UFC fighter. He's after his fight, his interview was amazing. He was in the ring, in the octagon, and he said about, you know, he calls everyone lads, and he said, lad, I'd rather you cry on my shoulder than attend your funeral because you haven't spoken out. And I think that's the thing is, you know, as men we're supposed to be like, men don't cry and all that, excuse my French, but all that bullshit. And it is BS, because men do cry, and men should be allowed to cry. We're human beings. If you cut us, we'll bleed, the same as if you cut a woman, she'd bleed, you know. So do you know what I'm trying to say? That point is that we're human, And just because one person's a man, just because one person's a woman, doesn't mean one person's acceptable. It's acceptable for one person to cry and not the other. We are all the same internally, essentially. So we just deal with our emotions and things in a different manner. So anyway, I'm going to get out. I hope you're having a good day. I really want to snap out of this frame of mind that I'm in right now. It's not a nice place to be. I want to dedicate this fight to little baby Lee, little warrior. Like, more of a fighter than any of us will ever be. But also, I woke up on Friday morning at 4 AM to a message that one of my friends back home had killed himself. This was 5 hours before me weigh-in. So Ricky, lad, that's for you. But there's a stigma in this world that men can't talk. Listen, if you're a man and you've got weight on your shoulders and you think the only way you can solve this by killing yourself, please speak to someone. Speak to anyone. People would rather, I know I'd rather me mate cry on my shoulder than go to his funeral next week. So please, let's get rid of this stigma and men start talking. So it's still Tuesday. I've just walking back home. Actually, I've just been and had a drink and an ice cream and a milkshake. I didn't have an ice cream. I had a milkshake. Sorry, with some friends. And actually, do you know what? It's done me the world of good. Sometimes you just, as I've alluded to before, you just need to get out. And that's where I am. This park. It's a beautiful area to live. Actually, it's by the water's kind of over that direction, runs all across. So I'm very privileged that I live where I live. It's nice, just, like I said before in one of the videos, just to get out into nature. So I really encourage you to do that. I still feel, you know, not 100%, but I definitely feel much better than I did earlier. As I said before, don't underestimate the power of nature and just being out with friends and just like the most important thing I think is taking your mind off things, because what happens is when you sit at home, you just dwell on it, right? You just think about the things continuously and you dwell on it. You dwell on the situation, and sometimes you can't change things, and you know what, you just got to get on with it. I am still frowning a lot. I was just talking about that to my friend, and she said, yeah, I noticed that. She actually thought this line, you can't see, so I've got my glasses on, my frown line, she thought it was actually a scar because it's so deep. And I said, no, it's not a scar, it's actually where I frown all the time. And as I said in my video earlier, that's when I'm having these battles with myself. So anyway, I'm going to walk back now. Like I say, I feel much better, and I'll catch you in a bit. So it is Tuesday evening, it's 8:30, time to call it a day. Tuesday has not been kind to me today. I feel really run down, I've got a croaky throat. Today's just not been a great day. So this is the reality, right? This is the reality of living with the sort of anxiety and stuff. I just haven't been able to shake it all day. I mean, although in the video you'll see that I felt a bit better earlier once I met up with some friends and had a walk in the countryside and stuff. So actually, to be honest with you, I think I've just run down. The events of the last 3 to 4 weeks have taken its toll. It's not been a great time, as I said earlier, some sort of drama and grief and stress that's been unnecessary, and I think ultimately it's taken its toll. So tomorrow's a new day. That's the benefit, right? That's the bonus of everything. So I'm going to go to bed. I'm going to try and get my head down. I haven't managed to get rid of this headache all day. I've had this heavy head right between my eyes all day, and that is just stress. That's just anxiety, that's stress, that's build up of all these different things. So anyway, this is the reality of it, as I said. And tomorrow's Wednesday. Let's hope for a better day. I hope you've had a better day than I have. It's still fine though. I'm still alive, I'm still breathing, I've still got a roof over my head. So we have to take the positive from it. So I will catch you tomorrow, and let's hope for a better day. Fingers crossed. See you tomorrow.